Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Friday, April 26, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin with reports on last Saturday's Dynasty pay-per-view. Numbers are in for the show, with WrestleNomics reporting that it was the lowest live attendance and gate for any pay-per-view in AEW history. A total of 6,287 tickets were sold for the event at the Chaifetz Arena in St. Louis, with a combined gate of $401,373. There were 6,619 tickets distributed out of 6,767 made available. Total capacity for the arena is 10,600. In ratings news, Dynamite drew its smallest TV audience in over 3 years, with 683,000 people tuning into TBS on Wednesday, according to WrestleNomics. It's the lowest audience for a Dynamite on a Wednesday since January 6, 2021, the day of the Capitol building riot. The audience total is also down more than 10% from last week. The show drew a rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic of .23, tying for the lowest demo rating since June 24, 2020. Wednesday's episode aired live at 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 3 hours earlier than usual. The show was also running against the NBA playoffs, and the broadcast itself was plagued with audio issues. TNA Impact was presented last night on Access TV, featuring matches taped on Sunday at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas. In the main event, Eddie Edwards defeated Nick Nemeth after TNA World Champion Moose hit Nemeth with his title belt. After the match, Nick's brother Ryan Nemeth came out of the crowd to fight off the system.
Diabolical here. Oh dear God, they have a steel chair wrapped around the neck of Nick Nemeth.
This is nasty.
Oh, dear Christ. Oh, now look at that speedball mountain into the ring. Mike Bailey and Trent Seven, now Ryan Nemeth.
But the damage has been done, Tom.
This was Ryan Nemeth's TNA debut. He had most recently appeared at WWC's Euphoria event along with Nick last January, and was in AEW and Ring of Honor from 2021 through most of 2023. It was later revealed that the attack would prevent Nick Nemeth from taking part in TNA Under Siege, with Matt Hardy stepping in to take his place, joining Trent Seven and Speedball Mike Bailey for their match against the System. Earlier in the show, former TNA World Champion Josh Alexander defeated Frankie Kazarian to become the #1 contender to the title. In other results, Sami Callihan beat the Good Hands in a handicap match. Xia Brookside defeated Ash by Elegance. Mike Santana topped Myron Reed, and Decay defeated Alex Gracia and Viva Van. Ring of Honor streamed last night on Honor Club, featuring matches taped Saturday in Peoria, Illinois, and on April 17th in Indianapolis. In the main event, the Beast Mortis defeated AR Fox and Blake Christian in a three-way match. ROH World Tag Team Champions, the Undisputed Kingdom, bested the Outrunners in a non-title Proving Ground match. In other selected results, Isaiah Cassidy beat Commander, Yuka Sakazaki beat Layla Gray, the Mogul Embassy defeated Beef, Calvin Tankman, and Manders, Anna Jay beat Allison Kay, and Action Andretti and Top Flight beat the Dark Order in a six-man tag. And in WWE news, Jesse Ventura revealed that he and WWE are in talks to possibly work together. During an interview on the political talk show The Vanguard, the former Minnesota governor stated, quote, "I will tell you this, now that wrestling has chosen this new direction, shall we call it, Jesse Ventura is in talks with them. But again, it required them going in this new direction," end quote. Ventura reiterated the point, leading some to conclude that his decision may have had something to do with the departure of Vince McMahon from the company. Ventura is best known in wrestling as the commentator for WWF Superstars, Saturday Night's Main Event, and pay-per-views during the mid to late 1980s, working with both McMahon and Gorilla Monsoon. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, Follow the wrestling news across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the wrestling news. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.